up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to be doing finger waves. Now, I got an order from Nina West, so I wanted to do something a little bit different because she doesn't really wear a lot of like elegant hairstyles. It's more like big blown out hairstyles. So I wanted to give her a little bit something different. If you guys don't know, I do a lot of Nina West hairstyles. And so in this video, we're going to be doing finger waves, and I'm going to be showing you guys in depth how to do it. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, make sure you leave it in the video, leave it in the comment below. And also, I'm going to be doing voiceovers with this one. The only reason why I wasn't able to do the voiceovers last time, I don't know what that sound was, bitch. It sounded like a ghost or something. But I just wasn't able to last time because this past week I went to Key West on vacation and I got certified to go scuba diving, which was so much fun. But it was scary as fuck because I saw like sharks, lionfish, eels, and the whole time I was like, open water, bitch. I'm just gonna get left and eaten alive by a shark. I was so excited on top of scared, but it was one of the best experiences of my life. And I've done a lot of shit in my life. I've been to like 30 different countries, so for me to do this, it was a really, really fun experience. And if you haven't been scuba diving, you have to do it. It's definitely something that you should at least get certified in and do it once in your life because it's amazing. But all shit aside, besides that, like I said, we're going to be doing a video on finger waves today. So if you guys have any questions, all that jazz, you know the drill, leave them in the comments below. And with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so with this style, I wanted to give Nina a little bit of volume, not too much, like huge hair, but like just a little bit. So I took 2 bags and I actually stuffed the wig that I'm putting on top. And I just pinned the wig on top where I'm wanting to sew it. And I just sewed the wig all the way around. I fast forwarded through this section just because I've done a lot of the sewing in past videos, so if you guys want to watch some more sewing, just go and watch my other videos. But you're just going to sew this wig all the way around. Don't sew it too tight because you want it to actually fit on your head. And when you're done, you're just going to brush the hair out, and that's just going to blend the sewing that you did together with the wig so it doesn't really show. Then we're also going to cut some layers in the front because we're doing like a finger wave section in the front. And when you cut the bangs and add layers, it kind of takes away from all the weight that's in the front so that when you sculpt, it's easier. Then you're just going to start teasing all the way up. And I mean like all the way up to the very top, except for the 2 sections that's in the front. And when you're teasing, you're going to want to tease kind of like at the base, but you're also going to want to tease like from the base all the way out because we're sculpting the whole wig this time. We're actually adding waves all the way down, so you want to actually have enough tease to sculpt all the way out. Now once you've teased about halfway up into the wig, you're going to want to take the section that you want to pin backwards and just like start brushing it back and hairspray it. You want to use industrial bobby pins for this because it's quite a bit of hair. It's not just one wig, so it's pretty thick. And you're going to use industrial bobby pins and you're going to pin it all the way back. And what I like to do is I like to use about like 5 or 6 bobby pins just to get every single bit of the hair pinned. And then I kind of cross it too so that it stays. It's just kind of like locking the bobby pins in. Once you have it locked in, you're going to use hairspray and spray that whole section. And then I take the hair that I actually pinned and I tease that into the tease that's already teased to kind of blend that in. And it also kind of like hides the bobby pins that we pinned in. As you can see, it's kind of already disappeared, so you can't see it. And then you're just going to move on to the rest of the wig. You're going to want to tease all the way up to the very top, right before you get to the 2 sections that were in the front. Now once you get to the very top of the wig and you get everything teased, you're just gonna take one of your brushes. It doesn't really matter. I like to use the big brush first that has the wide bristles, not this one. You'll see it in a section, oh my God, I can't even talk. You'll see it in a second, and you're just gonna brush the tease out a little bit to where it's, you know, kind of smoothed out. And then you're gonna use the teasing brush that I'm using now, and you're just gonna start smoothing the hair. And this one is actually better with smoothing. And once you get to a point where it's all smooth, you're gonna use the other side of the rat tail part, and you're gonna start picking kind of like a dip, like a section where you want it to kind of like start waving. And that just kind of like, you're kind of like sculpting. It's just, you know, you're sculpting that little dip so that you can create that wave look. And once you get it kind of like waved all the way out and smooth, you're gonna use those little metal banana clips and you're gonna start pinning them where it dips so that you can kind of like hold the hair in place while you sculpt so that you can move on to the next section. And when you get the whole section pinned across, you're gonna wanna spray the section that's above it to kind of freeze the hair in place so that while you're sculpting the next section, that hair doesn't move around. And you're gonna do the same thing that you did with the section that right above. You're just gonna start picking that little dip out and smoothing. Pick, dip, just keep doing the same thing over and over. It gets a little annoying, you know, after a while, but you know, the look pays off later, honey. She looked good. You also want to make sure that you move the hair around as you style so that everything's kind of even, because I know when I like work at one section for a really long time, I start to think, I'm like, oh girl, this section looked really good, and then when I move the hair around, I'm like, oh bitch, this don't even match the other side. So make sure you kind of like, you know, pay attention to that. Move the hair around, look at it as you sculpt, just to make sure that everything matches. And just keep dipping that hair and putting the clips in and spraying the section above it. It's kind of like building a house. She looked pretty. I love this color wig because it's kind of like white, but it's like a baby pink. I don't know, it's just real frosted looking. It looks real rich. I didn't really focus on sculpting the ends too much because I noticed it was really, really long, and I probably should have cut the wig before I styled everything, but I kind of liked how long it was because I was like, oh, this looks really rich. But it started getting really annoying, so I just kind of like left it the way it is because I'm gonna cut it later. Now once you get to the front section, you're gonna kind of do your basic, you know, big hair styling that I did in my first video. You're just gonna tease all the hair up. When you do one section and you tease it, take it and actually tease it into the rest of the sections of hair that you've already teased. Just kind of like building a house. You want to have like a really, really good base tease. And if you have like a bunch of random teases just hanging out, when you're smoothing, the hair's going to want to kind of move all over the place, and it's just going to be really, really hard to sculpt. So make sure you tease everything into it so that it's one big tease. And you're just going to tease this whole front section. She's going to look like a really hot ass mess, honey, but once you get it all teased, you're gonna start sculpting the front like your basic big hair video that I did a while ago, and just kind of sculpt the front to where it looks really smooth. You're gonna use the rat tail comb to smooth, and then you're gonna use the other side to smooth as well. You're just gonna go back and forth. The rat tail portion of the comb kind of picks out heavy teases, and then the other side smooths it out. So if you get like really, really knotted hair, you can use that pick part to kind of pick the knot out, and then you use the other side to like smooth it really good. It's a really, really good tool. Once you figure out how to use it, it's like amazing. In this section, I always tell people it's really hard to explain, so you kind of just want to watch how I do it. But you're just doing kind of the same thing that you did in the back, but kind of like sculpting the waves to a section where like it goes away from the face, if that makes sense. I swear by these metal clips because it's just like, it's kind of like my training wheels. Like I use it to like hold everything in place so that I can move on to the next section.
Just keep on doing what you're doing to me. Just keep on doing what you're doing.
And once you get to about this section, I actually took out the clips that I had in the section in the back and kind of just started blending the front section into the side / back area. So when you're doing the back of the wig, don't really focus on it being too perfect when you get towards the front side, because like you're gonna blend this section into it anyways, and it's just gonna all blend together nicely. So once you get to the very bottom of the wig, you're just gonna kind of like brush it all out, because you want more, you want a little bit of movement when you're doing this wig, because you know, it's finger waves, but it's also like a down style. I noticed that the wig was just really, really long and just, it was awkward. So I started cutting the ends. You don't have to focus on it being too perfect, but make sure it's just straight across, because you know, you will see if it's uneven if you don't, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I kind of take both sections, the left and the right side, and I just pull it together to look at it and make sure that they're both even. Obviously I teased it, so like the teasing parts were up in the wig that were longer, so I just kind of brushed it out enough to where, you know, when you brush it, the longer sections don't really come out. And I cut it. And then you're done, honey. This is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, you know what I always say, leave them in the comments below. I wasn't able to actually put the glitter inside the hair for the tutorial because it was a mess and I wanted to do it in an area where I wasn't able to get the glitter everywhere. But it's really, really easy. It's like kindergarten basics. All you have to do is take hairspray, spray where you want the glitter to stick, and then just literally dab the glitter. I also decided to wear the wig in this tutorial because I know a lot of people have asked for me to model the wig, and so I decided to put the wig on. I did not secure the wig to my head because this is actually Nina West's wigs, and I do not ever put on a lace front that's not mine when I'm in drag, because when I'm in drag I have all the drag makeup and it sticks to the lace front and it's just not professional. So at least I decided to wear the wig and show you guys what it looks like. And I also did do the voiceovers for you guys. Like I said in the beginning, I wasn't able to do the voiceovers because I was in Key West, honey, having a blast, so sorry about it, but at least you got voiceovers in this video. And like I said, any questions, comments, leave them below. You can follow me on my social media accounts, and I hope you guys have a great weekend or a great week, whatever we're at right now. See you soon.